Welcome to week 12. A couple of announcements. Number one, as you know, for today's class, for April 2nd, there is no physical class. I will be staying at home attending to a family member who is sick, so that's why I'm creating this video. Announcement number two, create your Webflow account and email me immediately which email address you used. That way I can invite you to a specific team that I created, which you will need to be invited to in order to do the lab. So make sure you do that as soon as possible. And then a third announcement is, remember last week for Adobe Animate, and some of you were not able to install Adobe Animate, so the solution I came up with at the time was just do the quiz, which is an easy, quick 5%. And then I thought about it, because it's such an easy, quick 5%, maybe to equalize, for those of you who were able to do the Adobe animation, I mean, that's great, and you now have something to showcase for your portfolio that others may not have that opportunity. So that's great. But maybe just to open, I decided to just open it up to everyone to do the quiz if you want to, whether or not Adobe Animate was successful or not, just to equalize the marks there in terms of amount of time to get those marks. Yeah, so let's continue with Webflow. So currently we are here in the map, Webflow. We've pretty much visited everything. We're also going to talk about a little bit of Vanilla.js today as well. And next week we're going to focus on augmented reality. So again, we're going to talk about Webflow, how to animate in its timeline, and how to detect scrolling in vanilla JavaScript. So last week we did Adobe Animate, and this week we're doing Webflow amongst this plethora of animation platforms. So go ahead and create your Webflow account. Again, email me as soon as you do that. And I do say the instructions here for Lab 12 on what you should do. So when you get that email from me and you click the link, you are then invited to this team here. So this is the first page you'll see when you click the link, and eventually you'll click here. And so when you click on there, you'll see, if you scroll down far enough, you'll see projects, and this is what you need to do. You'll see create new site. You'll have to click on that for your lab. And then if you scroll down, you'll see this, or choose new template, and then you'll see this template of Lab 12. You click on that, and then you'll name it your full name, or your full first name there, and just give me your last initial. That's all I want. And create project, and now you'll see this. So this is the template I created for you, and each section corresponds with a different video that I want you to watch. And there's 5 different challenges. Here's one. As you can see here, when I say watch and code along, what you'll eventually be doing is you'll go to this website here, university.webflow.com, and there's a bunch of videos on there. I only want you to watch 5 of them, and each one of them are like 3 minutes or less. So the first one, horizontal movement on scroll, that refers to this section here. The second one, rotation on mouse over, that refers to this one over here. The third one, scroll progress indicator, that refers to this bottom green bar here. So you'll be animating this as you scroll down. The fourth one, show and hide navbar on scroll, that is this top navbar here. And the last one, reveal elements on scroll, that is this section over here. Okay, and so let's just take a look at this web link right now. If I went to University Webflow, there it is. Here's what it looks like. Here are all the different videos on how to animate on Webflow. And again, I only ask you to watch 5. Horizontal movement on scroll, rotation on mouse over, etc. Okay, so the ones that I list here only. And then once you eventually animate your template, you're going to publish it by clicking this publish button here, and just go ahead and publish. So I'll click on that. There. So now it's published, and you can go to here's your web address right there. You can click on this link here to actually go to that web address. And so here would be your final URL that you can submit to me in Blackboard, which you'll also use for your assignment number 2. Yeah, I think that's it for lab 12. Now what I'm going to do is, oh yeah, I've also included week 14's discussion here as well, if you want to go ahead and do this quick discussion and get the easy 2%. All you have to do is, I've listed a whole bunch of different animation platforms, CSS, JavaScript, or even gaming platforms, and your job is just to choose one, or maybe find your own, but not GreenSock, and provide a link to their homepage, and in a few sentences explain why you might use this animation library. And that's it. So you could do that as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly show you Webflow. Let me just go back for a second. If you are ever here where you're in it says dashboard, and it looks like it's your own personal projects and not the team project. And in order to get to teams, just click on this right icon and go to teams, and that'll take you back here. Okay, so let me go into my project that I created and click on designer, and I'm back here again. And so I'm just going to quickly orient you to the absolutely need to know things. I've already created all the elements that you need. So in the videos, it says, you know, maybe add an element here or there. I've already done that for you. All you need to do is add the animations, all the transforms or animation keyframes, whatnot. So I'm just going to show you what you need to know. So first thing is, whenever you click on an element here, click, that's when the right-hand side populates with all the different properties. Now, at first glance, it looks overwhelming. So I really found it useful as a beginner to just collapse everything. And that way you get a sense of, from a high view, what is there. And then just expand each one and explore. Okay, so this is display flex, this is display inline block, and this one here is display block, and that sort of thing. So you can just quickly go through, and here's the margins. Here's, you know, you can set your height and width, position. This is where you can say position is absolute, relative, fixed, whatnot. Typography, backgrounds, you can set background colors, and effects is, now this is where the videos here are a little bit outdated in terms of the interface. I've noticed that the videos say, for example, the perspective property is a little bit different now. You can find the perspective property under, I believe, under transforms. If you click on the transforms, there it is, children perspective. So if the videos look a little bit different, just explore the transforms or transitions area, and you'll find it. And that's under the styles tab. The other tab that I find really useful is this navigator tab, but that's only if I'm adding elements. Again, since I've already added the elements, you don't need to worry about this too much. But if you do, for example, if I click on add div and I add it to the section, I can actually specify where the div block goes, for example. So that's kind of neat. And then, but all you really need to know is this last tab here. This is where all the animations happen, and the videos outlined here will tell you where to click. And so just follow the videos, pause when you need to, and it should be straightforward, but the end result is pretty cool. For example, here, the horizontal movement on scroll. If I play the first few seconds, you'll see what you'll create.
Text, mountain, text. Da Vinci called these the three components of any great design. We'll animate the text to move horizontally based on our scroll position. Now, We covered this example for
So yeah, it's just really short animation examples, and it gives you a chance to try this new platform to create web pages and animate it.